Hey, Mark. Good evening. Good evening. So we say peace out at the end. Should we say peace in? Oh, let me plug in my microphone. I had a little bit of a disaster here. I was running on time. Everything was great. And I ended up spilling my tea that Glow gave to me all over my desk and my electronics. I was like, no, don't do that. Okay. Okay. Boom. I'm gonna put in Facebook too here. Let's see. All right. We are on. All I need is Instagram. We are on Facebook. We're on TikTok, Patreon, YouTube. Let's see. Trying to get the feed up here so I can see it on my. Sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Wonder why. That's weird. I may have to do this. I wonder why it's not letting me. No, I am under my name. Why can't I go on my own page? I don't know if it's working over there on Facebook. What's up? What's up, guys? I'm just trying to get set here. Sound of Stardust. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Okay, now I can see the comments and stuff. There you are, Blondie. You are first on the list there, girlfriend. Okay, now I can see the comments. Okay. Something's on here. Take that off. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know why I can't go on from my. That's weird. It won't let me see my own live on my page. Oh wait, maybe that'll work. See if it goes on there. Yeah, it's weird. I'm signed in as Michelle Scalpi on Facebook, but it's not allowing me on the Sound of Stardust live. That's okay. I have it from my secret Facebook. My secret Facebook that I've had for like 16 years. Okay, this is to T number 2. Because, hey, what's up, Sarah? I was going to go, I was so proud of myself because I was on time. I was like sitting in the seat. I was ready to go. And I spilled my first tea all over my desk. I got electronics, everything. So I was ripping everything out as quick as I could so nothing would get destroyed. Glow made me tea. before she left tonight. You guys want to see? You guys want to see what I got? Like, oh, one of the new bowls came in. I don't think UPS delivers tomorrow, so I'm not going to get my bells until next week. I have a new, look at this. I have 3 new things. This is one new thing, and then I have another one coming and another one coming. Look at this. This is 174 hertz, low octave for nervous system regulation. This is like, I got this bowl custom done. It's infused with rose quartz in the bowl for self-love, and it's got infused with lapis in the, this is a practitioner's bowl. Wait till you hear it. Are you guys ready? Because you're going to melt into your seat. So don't listen to it if you're standing up. What's up, Carly? How you doing? So check that. Wait till you hear this hum. I'm going to regulate everybody in like just a minute. Watch. How crazy is that? It'll just keep going. I forgot my striker too. Whoa, I can't put it even that close. It's such a powerful bowl. This thing is crazy. That's my new regulation bowl. Not that my selenite bowl is any less magical. But I do have to go get my other strikers for my other bowls. I'm going to go grab those. So tonight, if you are on TikTok, the #1 gifter on TikTok tonight will get a 30-minute live tuning at 11 o'clock. So whoever's the highest gifter by 11 p.m. gets 30 minutes directed at them, and I go through all of your chakras, and I give you as much information as I possibly can in 30 minutes. I mean, my average even virtual sessions are about 40 to 45 minutes. So you're getting almost a full it's more talking, and it's probably going to end up being 40-45 minutes by the time I get done talking to you. Because an average, when I start tuning, the average person, I can usually get them done within 30 to 35 minutes. And keep that going. Teeny, can you just do me a favor, or Glow, if you see anybody that wants one of the $10 tunings, we have 2 lined up. I need to know, Blondie, is your friend on? Because I know you bought one for your friend for his birthday. So we have 10 slots. If anybody wants, I'm kind of keeping an eye on YouTube, but if anybody wants the $10 tuning, you get like 10-15 minutes. I run through your chakras, I tell you what's off, and I can usually snap it right into if you have any blockage or anything, I can get rid of it, and I'll tell you how to keep it that way. It is not, it's like it's a temporary fix, and if you keep, if you start being aware of that problem, you can help yourself not have that problem anymore. It's not as powerful as a full tuning, but you will, I can get you snapped back into place and break a vibrational pattern that's in your chakra. You can send it through Cash App, Venmo. And we actually have a PayPal link now, and I don't know how to put it up. I'm still learning, Sarah. You know me and technology don't get along, right? I made a link in PayPal that I could share for this. I haven't figured out, though, how to. I guess I'm going to have to message it to Teeny and Glow and have them put it up. I don't know how to do that, though. Teeny, did I send you one of them? Did I send that to you to show you that I did it? Or maybe I sent it to Glow, because I know I sent it to somebody going, look what I did. So I don't know if you could get that link. Can you access the link to that? Or is it just, I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. Be right back, Sarah said. Let me get my strikers. Blondie, did I miss you? Is your friend on? And I need to know his name. Oh, okay. Wooly. Wooly is on YouTube. He's on there now. Wooly, are you over here on YouTube? Can you give me a hey, hey, or a hell yeah? Wooly, we're looking for his friend Wooly. He is first up. It is his birthday. Happy birthday, my man. Okay, so there's the PayPal link. If anybody wants to use the PayPal link, Teeny did put it up there. Thank you, Teeny. I appreciate that. We got to somehow figure out how to... Maybe I could get that fixed. I think I have to have 1,000 people before I have a link in my profile. We're trying to get there. Okay, Wooly's here. Yes. Okay, Willie, you're the first one up. Happy birthday. This is from Blondie. She bought you a tuning. I want you to get into a nice, comfortable position. I am going to do a little regulation for everybody for like 2 minutes. And it helps for you too. Chakra read. Okay. So we have Wooly right now. I'm going to do a little bit of new bowl. Ooh. How much do I love this bowl? I don't know. Now it's like between this and my selenite. I don't know. The place Cosmic Access. Let me tell you, you want singing bowls? Cosmic Access. If there's anybody on here that does professional sound, if you buy one of Anuja's bowls, you will never want a bowl from anywhere else. And, you know, I always have bought top-of-the-line bowls. Everything I bought was the best that you could buy at the time. I've been, you know, getting my things up for over 10 years now. And I told him, I said, your bowls make mine sound like, you know, they're not as good as I thought they were. I don't want to say they're bad, because they're not bad. They're really good bowls, but okay, let's move this over so we can get both in here. I'm going to regulate. I'm going to regulate everybody for a minute, and then we're going to start Wooly's. Oh, listen to that sound. This is like, I just got this today, so I'm super happy. Next week, we'll have more toys coming. I want you guys to take a nice, deep breath in. Bring in some new energy. Hold it for a second, and then just release it. Nice deep breath in again. New energy in. Savor it. And then release it. This bowl I had custom made by Anuj from Cosmic Access, and it is set for nervous system regulation. It is 174 hertz. It's infused with rose quartz and lapis. And it's at one of the lowest octaves we could get. The Facebook channel is on a little bit of a weird angle because I have cameras set up with my TikTok and Patreon and YouTube. We have to get another camera for Facebook. Ooh. breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let the day go. Let the whole week go. It's Friday. It's Friday. Let's start. Okay. Okay, Wooly. Get in a nice relaxing state. Let me tell you, Glow makes the best tea on the planet. Okay, Wooly, I want you to focus onto the sound. I'm going to connect in with you. We're starting with your root chakra. That's all about grounding. It's about your ancestry. A lot of things that block is fear. Like when we're not doing what we're meant to do, our authenticity, we're not bringing that out and doing what we're geared to do. A lot of times this gets blocked up. Any kind of fear. So this bowl helps you remember who you are. Remembers your bloodline. There's a little bit of like a flat feeling, a flat sound. Like I call it a suppression. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in, okay? Take a nice deep breath in. Fill those lungs up and hold that. Okay, just hold it for a second. It's gonna get loud. And then release. It wasn't blocked, but it was a little bit suppressed. So it could have been some old energy. A lot of times that's old energy. It's something that you just didn't cut cords with. Now the bowl is perfect, look. You can really hear that wave now. That sounds beautiful. We're going to move on up to the sacral. Sacral is your reproductive organs. It's right underneath your belly button. The color is orange. This sounds a little, I can hear a little sharpness in the bowl. I call it like a tinny kind of sound. So what I want you to do, you're going to have to take a couple breaths with this. Just take some nice cleansing breaths right now. In through the nose, out through the mouth. You're taking new energy in and releasing that old energy. Focus on the color orange. Focus on the sound of the bowl. And just take that sound in. This has everything to do with your passions, your fire, your goals, your dreams, everything that you want to create. Your sacral is your womb of creation. So when you have an idea in your head and something comes to you and you say, wow, I could do that. That is like the abracadabra word for it to go into the sacral. And it goes into the sacral and it starts to cook like the bun in the oven, right? And that idea starts to percolate and manifest. It starts to manifest in your thoughts first. Once you start seeing details of what you're wanting to manifest, it's coming out of the sacral. And then you do, it starts to create feelings. You start to feel it in your emotions, your energy and motion. And once you start to feel that, it moves up into the solar plexus and the heart chakra. The heart chakra expands. The more the solar plexus gets stronger, because the solar plexus is what brings it into physical manifestation, your heart chakra expands out. Okay, it's getting better. Okay. So what blocks this up is like when people get creative blocks, writer's block, artistic blocks, stuff like that. When people feel bored, there's no passion, this is the chakra. And you want to ignite that fire again. You want to get those daydreams going. People don't understand. Daydreaming is living in the third eye. It is manifesting. That is manifesting. Go figure. Humanity put a label on it and told you not to do it, right? You want to daydream. You want to dream as much as you can about all the things that you want to do. You want to think about them until they feel like they can be done, and then they start to feel real, like you can really do this, and it starts to spark that inner knowing that I can do this. And that's when it moves up into the solar plexus, and that's when your emotions turn on, get the magnet going. So what suppresses this is having doubts in yourself, and that stems down to your root chakra, to fear. Okay, don't doubt yourself. Keep that confidence up. This is where your worth sits. This is where you have to understand that you're enough, and if people think that you're too much, then they're just not as cool as you. So you got to go find some cooler people to be with. And when people think you're not enough, you got to find your cool people. You got to find your tribe. Don't worry about what other people think. We all resonate with what we resonate. And sometimes people think we're too much because we're what they want to be. And sometimes people think we're not enough because they want to beat us down because they're jealous of what we have. You have to remember that. Everybody's not out for your best interest. They're out for their best interest a lot of times. You got to find your tribe. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want to get your self-confidence up. Now, this particular sacral, it was very suppressed. It was not blocked, but it was very suppressed. And this sacral is connected to either children, your mom, or intimate relationships. So at some point, it could be something like, I could figure things out a lot better doing long sessions and going through all the chakras and kind of putting the map together, but this is just a quick one. So, that's where that would stem from, that suppression. So you want to cut ties. One of the best ways to cut ties is with selenite. If you do not have selenite, though, you don't need selenite. I love selenite and obsidian for cutting ties. And in this particular chakra, this in the solar plexus, it's really good to take your arms, okay, and you hold them straight out. You're going to cross them up across your chest. And like, I like to hold selenite or obsidian in my hand, but you hold them up in the chest. You take a nice deep breath in. You will hold it for a minute. Bring that new energy in. And then you bring your arms down across your solar plexus and your sacral. Cut those cords. Get rid of those old relationships. Because even though you could totally forget about somebody that you've been with, but if you don't cut those cords and cleanse that energy out, you're going to end up still with that energy lingering. You have to get rid of that. That was something that, I did a lot of shadow work over the last 3-4 years, and that was something that I learned that's fairly new. Because, you have a lot of partners in life, especially when you're old like me, old Gen Xer. So that sounds beautiful now. We're going to go up to your solar plexus next. Solar plexus is yellow, right over your belly. It associates with your stomach, your nervous system, and your gallbladder. This is where all your willpower lives. You actually have a very, very strong, you got strong will. Are you a Leo or an Aries or an Earth sign? Leo, Aries, and Earth signs have this strong willpower. Aries, I think, controls their solar plexus probably more than anybody. Taurus is pretty good too. You have a very strong solar plexus. This is excellent. So this is for manifesting. So now you have your sacral cleared. So your sacral, where all your ideas are, you got to get those ideas, that fire, that passion going on your ideas again and bring them up. You have very, very strong solar, this is usually the problem one. This is usually the biggest problem. It's a little bit overactive. It just means you're moving energy really fast. You don't want to do that all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to regulate that solar plexus for a minute, because you do want the energy moving through there, but you don't want it wobbling like that. So we're going to regulate that for a minute. Okay? Focusing on your stomach. You could put your dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I write with my right hand. That's your dominant hand. If yours is left, you use your left. Put it over your stomach, and you're going to zone in on it. And bring a little regulation into that chakra. I could hear it in that bowl too. Okay, good. It's not as fast as it was. It's calming down. You could be a high-strung person. I'm an Aries. So Wooly is an Aries. I don't know why I felt Aries. I felt Aries. That was like the first thing I said. But Earth signs have strong solars too. But Aries has the strongest solar from anybody that I've ever worked on. I've worked on over 1,200 people. Aries always has a strong solar. They don't have as much solar issues as everybody else. Everybody else has that stuff. It's like one of the worst ones. We are going to move up into the heart. Wow. You must be doing work on yourself, Wooly. These are two major chakras. You got them down. You had a little bit in the sacral, a little bit in the root, but this is beautiful. Your heart sounds beautiful. Blondie. You're the coolest. You are the coolest. Beautiful heart chakra. Beautiful, beautiful heart chakra. You got to be doing work on yourself, because your lower chakras aren't too bad. So we're going to move up into the throat. Throat chakra is all about your vibration. It's how you vibe. That's what attracts your tribe. And funny, because Blondie is a Virgo, and Aries, like, a lot of people don't get along with Aries. Virgos and Aries, like, I love Aries. I get along really good with Aries. But a lot of signs don't get along with Aries. Aries is tough, but you got to respect them. You got to give them the respect. They don't put up with BS. That's why their solar plexus stays intact, because they don't listen to nobody. It's a good thing. Wow. I'm seriously impressed with your chakras, Wooly. Damn near perfect. Perfect throat chakra. It's that perfect pitch. Very, very cool. You are one of the cool kids. So next is third eye. It's not blocked at all, and it's healthy, but it's hungry. Are you on any kind of spiritual journey, Wooly? Are you trying to find more information, or are you learning something new? Because your third eye right now is like taking in that frequency like it's thirsty. We're gonna give it a little shock. How does it feel to be the favorite? He has amazing energy. He has amazing energy. I do love him. Okay, we're gonna give your third eye just a little shock, and it's not anything bad. Your third eye is on, it's healthy, it wants more. That's basically what it is. It's very thirsty, and it's just sucking in that frequency. So I want you to take a nice deep breath with me. Ready? Fill up those lungs nice and full. Hold it in. It's gonna get loud. Release. It's like a frequency booster shot. There you go. It just wanted it. Just wanted it. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, last one. We're going to do the crown. I gotta get like a lazy Susan for my bowls. That would be cool. I gotta find one. I had one. I wonder where that is. Nice connection. Nice strong crown. Take some nice cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to clear that whole path now. There's a very slight restriction. It's not bad. There's just a little bit of repression in there. So we're going to take a nice deep breath. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Fill up your lungs. Hold it. That was a release. Release it all. You know what? Push all that air out of your lungs. Get all the air out. Push until you're gasping for air. I think that was whatever was coming up from your root and your sacral. Yeah, it's not there anymore. Oh my God, you sound beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. That's Woolly's soul talking right there, resonating with the bowl. Yeah, you're definitely waking up, Wooly. You have very strong energy. Very, very beautiful energy. You should check into some of the different healing stuff or card reading and divination and stuff, and see if anything whatever catches your attention. You'll see. Like when a lot of people start first waking up, they wake up and they want to know everything. That's how I was. I was like, I'm still a squirrel. We can't even lie, right, guys? They know me from from crystal shopping. I can't help it. I see pretty shiny things and I go for it. So, but when I first started waking up, like I wanted to read everything. All I used to read so many books a week, it was like ridiculous. I'd have like three books going at the same time. And in the morning, there were certain things I wanted to read, and then the afternoon, I did a little reading, and then at night, I did a little reading. And I used to go, I used to read like probably 4 or 5 books a week, and I did that for 2 years, 3 years. I used to go down to the beach every day. As long as it wasn't pouring rain or freezing cold, I was down on the beach grounding. But definitely, definitely find it. Your energy is extremely strong. It's extremely clean, clean energy. You had a little problem in your root. You want to keep yourself grounded. You want to maybe do some shadow work with your root chakra. And that's just getting in your ancestry line and starting to figure out like I started doing like serious shadow work about 3 to 4 years ago. And I got into my ancestry line, went through my father's and my mother's, and I figured out that I was on my mother's ancestry line. Like, you have two parents and you have both their DNA and you do have likenesses of them, but one of them is the energetic imprint. If you sit and study your parents' imprint, your grandparents' imprint, if you have kids, your kids' imprint, that's where I noticed it was between my mother and my kid because I ended up being the mom and the daughter at the same, and you see it. I don't know how to explain it. Like it hit me in the face like a ton of bricks. So yeah, look into that. Your family lines, ancestors. Get some red jasper. Red jasper is good for that. And red jasper is a really good. Red jasper is a really good grounding stone. We see Jamie over on Facebook. What's up, Jamie? Okay, so Blondie's up next, and then I think Snowflake wanted one. Snowflake, you still here? You want one too, right? I'm gonna do Blondie's. I gave you a little extra there, Wooly, because it was your birthday. I hope you feel better. That was a great tuning. And anybody that so if anybody is on TikTok, the number one gifter at 11 o'clock is gonna get a 30-minute tuning on here. The link worked. Okay, cool. The link worked. All right, so I am gonna do Blondie next. She was on the list. Michelle, make him a birthday pack of crystals and bill me. Okay. you you got to remind me. You got to text me that. Yeah. I just went to take a picture, but all three phones are going. All right. So we're going to do Blondie next. You ready, Blondie? I want you to get in a comfortable position. I'm very curious to see what's off on you. I've been wanting to tune you for a couple weeks now. And then you're up next, Sarah. Okay, I want you to take a nice deep breath and just let the day go. You know how to do it. Okay. Nice deep breath in. Hold it. Bring that new energy in. And then release. Roger Rabbit. Oh, good girl. Nice and grounded. Nice and grounded. She probably went out and grounded because she knew I was going to tune her tonight. She probably had her feet on the ground. Beautiful. You're really, really grounded. That's really, really good. I was a little worried about the grounding. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's do the sacral. I gotta take this ring off because it's hitting the bowl and buzzing. Oh, my moonstone. Bloody, I have to say, I'm I'm super impressed. Your sacral's perfect. She probably went and did a ritual or something before she came on tonight. It's perfect. Holy moly. All right, here comes the true tester for the Virgo. The solar plexus. Not Virgo's friend. I can already hear a little sharp in there. All right, I want you to take a nice deep breath. Let that stress go. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we got to work on. You got to let out that, you know what there's like an aggravation. I can almost feel it, that you're suppressing it though. You're suppressing it. And I think I know you pretty well too, and I think you get aggravated with yourself. You're a Virgo. And that's what Virgos do. You got to stop being so hard on yourself. You got to stop being hard on yourself. I think there's a lot of agitation with yourself. That's what it feels like. Let it go, girl. Let it go. You're your biggest fan. You got to remember that. You are your biggest fan. I don't know what's dinging. You know Virgos can cheerlead themselves into heaven. They can cheerlead themselves into hell. That's the way a Virgo's mind works. All right, let's do a nice big breath. Here we go. Are you ready? Take a nice deep breath in with me. Fill those lungs up as far as you can. That's it. That's it. Hold it. New energy. Release. That's it. That's it. It's falling into place. Let it fall in. Now take a couple cleansing breaths. Get rid of the rest of that fragmented energy. Come on, man, you're a Virgo. You can do it. Yeah, there's that strong will. There's that earth sign strong will. Earth signs, Leos and Aries. You have to talk to Wooly more. He'll show you how to keep that solar plexus aligned. Good, good, good. There you go. Not critic, yes. The Dingwa Spirit saying, yes, be your biggest fan, not your critic. Absolutely. You know, Virgos are infamous. Like, if you have a Virgo friend, and I have Virgo friends, I love my Virgos. They will be the ones that will cheer you on. It doesn't matter if you are like dragging one leg and you're missing an arm and an eyeball trying to get to the finish line. That Virgo will be standing on the sidelines going, you can do it, you can do it. And they will cheer you on, cheer you on. Virgos are best. If you need a friend that you need to be cheered on, you got to find yourself a Virgo. But we don't cheer ourselves on. We yell at ourselves. We criticize and yell at ourselves all the time. Ooh, we got a little heart issue going on there, Blondie. We're going to let the bowl take it a little slow. Do some nice cleansing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Virgo's got this big crusty shell. I'm sorry. I'm calling you all kinds out, Blondie. She knows I love her. we got big crusty shells, right? But inside we're big mush balls. And sometimes we shove that pain and that grief down inside. We're like we are one of the few signs that could totally kick your ass on the outside, but we love you so much on the inside that we're really not kicking your ass as much as we could kick your ass because we love you. If that makes sense, that's a Virgo. We're going to take a nice deep breath. We got the bowl to calm down a little bit, but you need to take a deep breath with me. Ready? Fill those lungs up. I want them full. Bring all that new energy in. Expand that heart chakra. Hold it. It's going to get loud. Release. There's that helicopter's noise I like. Back to the base. Perfect. Perfect pitch. Whoever has the first spot for gifting tonight gets a free 30-minute session at 11 p.m. on here. If you gift and you have the lead in gifting, then you get a 30-minute session on here. I take my time. It's going to end up being probably 40 by the time we get done talking. Okay, we're going to move up to the throat. Your throat needs a little bit of regulation. We're going to regulate that for a minute. There's a little bit of suppression in there. So we're going to take our nifty rose quartz ball. That makes me melt. Okay. Focus on your throat. I want you to put your dominant hand on your throat, okay? Nice. So the throat, when it's like that, it's I know you would understand it this way. It's like, you know, when a Virgo gets so mad that their voice starts to shake. It's not that they're like, your vibration is okay, but you have to calm it down and regulate it. It's like, it's supposed to be nice. You know, nice sine wave, up and down, constant, and yours is like, that's what it sounds like in the bowl. See, now it's nice and calm. You can hear the sine wave, literally, that's the wobble. Whoa, 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 that's going up and down, nice and consistent. That's what you want to hear. So before it was going whoa, 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 whoa. So that's like it's going way too fast. So it's nice and on now. It's all making sense. Goes back to talking nice to yourself. Yes, you gotta stop yelling at yourself. Sometimes I'm like, Scalpy, knock it off. Oh, okay. Third eye. A little bit thirsty. It's nice and tuned though. Good third eye. It's just thirsty for sound, thirsty for frequency. A lot of people's third eye is lately. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in that. So the third eye is all about your perceptions. So when you have issues with the third eye, especially when it's hungry like this, it's more of like a confused state. So you might have multiple perceptions and you don't know what's real and what's not. That can cause this, where your third eye needs the frequency because it's looking for clarity. It's not blocked. It's just looking for something solid and some clarity. And I've noticed this a lot over the past 6 years, like enough for me to really notice. When COVID hit, a lot of this started happening with the bowls. Like it was so notable with the third eye. But your third eye sounds beautiful. But that's when you just don't have the clarity. So your third eye is your perception. So when you're grounded in your perception and you see things and that's the way you believe and it matches your belief system and everything's jiving, your third eye is open and paying attention and aware. And when you start to get confused and there's so much going on, which that's exactly what's happening in the world right now. There's a lot going on, and you start to get there's too many perceptions that you don't know which one you want to even look at anymore. That's what it's all about. Time for my horns. I mean my crown. Okay, here's the crown. Virgos are peculiar. They are. There's your crown sounds really nice. There's a Virgo creator on TikTok. I have gone on there several times. I send them to Megan or Blondie. I called you by your girlfriend name again. But one of us started sending this guy to the other, and he gives up all the Virgo secrets. So I go on there and I yell at him. Hey, weighty pants. Your crown sounds beautiful. Crown is open and beautiful. So you got to work on your solar plexus. You got to keep that solar plexus. My mom is a Virgo. I would love to have a Virgo mom. Virgo moms are so cool. I say that, but I probably would like it if I had one. Not my coverage name. Okay, your crown is beautiful. So you have to work. You have to keep working on that. It's that solar plexus thing. It's that self-talk thing. That's the heart is you're holding stuff in, and just release it. Don't hold it. Don't save it for something. I don't know. I don't know why we do that as humans. We'll take some pain or some hurt or some grief, and we say, let me stick it down in this pocket, and I'm just going to leave it there and ignore it like it's not there. Instead of just going somewhere and going out in the woods, taking your shoes off, letting it go, hugging a tree, screaming it out, get rid of it. You just push it out. Tell that pain or that suffering or that grief, thank you so much for the journey. And thank you for the lesson. And I get it. And it's time to let you go. It's time for me to move on. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye. And let it go. Write it down on a piece of paper. Bury it in the dirt. Take it out in the woods and bury it in the dirt. Burn it. Bury it. Anything. Throw it back in the dirt. Put it in the ocean. Get that thing purified. Get that stuff away from us. Humans are funny that way. All right, so we got Snowflake Sarah up next. New. I'm excited. Hey, Weighty Pants, how you doing? Thank you guys for coming to the live. So we're doing chakra tunings. We're on TikTok, we're on YouTube and Patreon, and we are on Facebook over here. So the top gifter on Facebook tonight is going to get a 30-minute session with me on here tonight. So anybody who's top gifter. All right, Sarah, let me get in the Snowflake Sarah energy. Okay, Weighty Pants, you're up next then. You are up next, girlfriend. All right, Sarah, I want you to take a nice deep breath in. I want you to let go of the day. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold it for a minute. Nice new energy. And then release it. Get in the zone. I'm getting in the zone. I'm in the Snowflake Sarah zone. Your root is pretty powerful. There's something a little bit off in the sound. We're gonna do a little shock to the root. It's not a block. It's just, there's something just off. It could be old energy. I know you went through some stuff not too long ago. So anything to do with fear and uncertainty and self-doubt, that happens in the that happens in the root. And it doesn't feel like it's not something right now. It's old energy you just need to cut away. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath. Fill those lungs up, hold it. Release. Push it out. Push all of that old air out. Get all the air in your lungs. I want you to keep pushing out till you had to gasp for air. It's good to get all that energy moving. We get all kinds of, whoa, that's loud. We get all kinds of air really trapped down, old energy and air trapped in the bottom of our lungs. Still there. We're going to do another breath in 1 second. Let me give you a break. Take a couple cleansing breaths. There's something there that's like kind of stuck there. It might be something that you're holding on to. We might find it in one of the other chakras, but there's something that is deep-seated that you got to let go of. You want to cut cords. If you know what it is, cut those cords. The root tends to be about your ancestry, your family roots. There could be something in your family, something that was associated with fear, self-doubts, uncertainty. Okay, ready? Nice deep breath in. Hold it. Bring in new energy. Bring it right to your root. Release. There it goes. There it goes. Something just released out of there. Perfect. Just get into that sound for a minute. You heated me up a little. It wasn't even a block. Nice. Beautiful. All right, now we got the foundation. Next, we're moving up into the sacral. Sacral is orange. It's right underneath your belly button. It's the energy source that's related to your reproductive organs. So this is your womb of creation. It controls all your passions, your dreams, your journeys, your self-confidence, self-determination, things like that. This is where your ideas go to cook and bloom from. Nice. 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 Perfect. Nice, strong sacral. That's a really strong sacral. Nice. Very, very strong sacral. Perfect. That's your passions. Are you getting into something more creative? Did you switch lanes and getting into something creative? Because that's your creativity there. That means you're working on something. There's something that you're into right now. Usually when it's that strong. So your next one is going to be the solar plexus. It's a little sharpness and I can hear it. So there's some suppression in your solar plexus, but let me do the puzzle. It is not blocked, which is amazing because solar plexus is usually one of the issues. New life, so probably I'm into a new life. Okay. I know you moved and stuff, but yeah. So okay, so the solar plexus. This is, again, it's an old energy. There's a lot of stuff you're letting go of that you need to clean that out of your energy system. I know we talked on our lives a lot about cutting cords with stuff, and it's not just people, it's places, it's cutting cords with old lives, old jobs, old places, old relationships. You got to make sure you cut those cords. That's what I'm hearing in here. Like, we just got rid of some stuff out of your root, your sacral, because you're into doing something new now, basically a whole new life. So your passion is relit because things are new. So you're looking at all options of what you're going to do. The solar plexus is all about your willpower. It's connected to your stomach, your nervous system, your gallbladder. It's very strong. Sarah, are you I can't remember. Are you Leo or an earth sign? I can't remember if you're like a Taurus or a Leo. Gemini, Capricorn. You don't have any Leo in your chart, huh? Leo, Taurus. Like, usually there's a certain wobble in the bowl that comes out with that. You got to check your chart. Unknown. Check your chart. You have either Leo or Taurus energy, and that it might be whatever you're moving into right now. Really strong energy in the solar plexus. And it was a little suppressed. We're gonna make sure that that's clear. So we're gonna take a nice deep breath in. Ready? Deep breath in through your nose. Fill up those lungs really tight, and I want you to hold it for a minute. There's the release. That's what you wanted. When I stopped doing the bowl and it made that pop, that's a release. That's what I was hearing in the bowl. Now it's good. Beautiful. Perfect. Yep. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was like an older energy too. Old energy. We're going to move on up to the heart. Heart bowl. God, you have such a beautiful heart. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, strong, aligned heart. You're gonna have some stuff coming to you, Sarah. Some opportunities are gonna open up because your sacral is super strong and active right now. Your solar had something in there that needed to be released, which you just released, and your heart is expanded out. Your heart is very, very open right now. So something's brewing. You're manifesting something, girlfriend. Oh, we got to do the throat. I skipped a bowl. Okay, now we're going to focus up on our throat. Light blue, that's all about your vibration. Good. It's perfect. Good heart and throat. That's a really good combination. I'm telling you, something's about to pop for you, I think. Okay. Yep. Yeah. That solar plexus, that was something old that you needed to release. Yeah, you right now with the way your chakras are set up with those releases, there because there's an opportunity, there's something coming. Like you're manifesting something. You were damn near close to being totally aligned. So that means you're lining up for something to change. Like something's coming in. This is the third eye. Indigo. That nice purpley blue. Some people say it's midnight blue. Hungry, a little thirsty for some sound, but sounds good. That's your perceptions. Nice. And then we got the crown. Let's see if you got it all, girl. Okay, so what I want you to do is concentrate on top of your head. That's your crown. The color is purple. We want that crown to be open and let go of anything that we loosened up tonight. Okay? Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath in. Fill up those lungs. Hold it. New energy in. You had some suppression in there. Let's see what the bass is back to. Let's see what your bass line is. Now that's better. So you had some suppression in the crown, which was probably what was going on in a little bit in the root and then your solar plexus. So a lot of solar plexus, when people have issues in the solar plexus, it affects the crown because the crown is all about letting go. So if we're holding on to something or we didn't cut cords with something and something energetic is in our solar plexus, a lot of times it'll suppress the crown. What's up, Jay? Yeah, open now and clear. Open and clear. So you had solar and crown were the main ones with you. And that's your willpower and letting go. And you went through a lot of stuff the last year. A lot of stuff this last year. 2025 was not good to you. Me and you were in the trenches. You're so welcome, honey. Beautiful. Your heart is so beautiful for everything you went through this last year. Your heart is so beautiful. That's why I always let the bowls do the talking, because like, I know a little bit about some of you guys, and like, I know you had a lot of stuff, and yeah, I was anticipating that the heart was going to be off, but good for you, man. You're healing. You're taking care of yourself. That's what you got to do. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. See, you're in a better place now. You're aligned. Your chakras, like, your energy doesn't lie, and if it's lining up, it's where you're supposed to be. Am I looping for everybody? How is it over here? How are you guys over here? On How are you guys over on YouTube and Patreon? You're back now? Okay. You left and came back. Okay. So yeah, so you're yeah, I was anticipating like heart. And that's why I just when I learned a long time ago, it doesn't matter if I love going and working on somebody cold that I've never worked on before and I know nothing about. That's the best. But I've learned when I work on somebody, even though I know things about them, I'm like, that what I know and what their energy is two completely different things. Do you have a list? I do. I'm doing Wadey next, and I think she's the last one so far. Would you like to go on the list, Jay? We're kind of rolling through. I got a tickle in my throat. Where'd that come from? Did that come from you, Blondie? Sound was fine, but pick was messed up for a minute. Okay, okay. It's $10, Jay. $10. I go through all your chakras. We get to the heart of what's going on. All right, Wadey, are you up? Are you there? Let me know. Tina, you want on the list? If Jay wants to do it, I'll put you after Jay. You want to do one? You're driving. I'm gonna keep doing this, Jay. I'm gonna keep coming on doing this because I really enjoy doing this. And like when we're doing regulation night, like I'll do regulation nights, and then if people want them, that's what I think I'm gonna do. We're gonna start doing it every Wednesday. So if you want to wait till you're not driving, because it would be more beneficial if you were focused. I don't want to work on you when you're driving and you're not focused, because I don't want to miss anything. We got to connect. Got to connect, me and you. Here is first time. Okay. All right. Weighty Pants is up next. Okay, so we're going to do the chakras. We start with the root chakra. We go all the way up. I'm going to tell you what's going on in each chakra. We're going to fix it. These are quick tunings. So, in other words, I'm going to tell you what's wrong, what could be causing it. And usually the other person knows what's going on. You don't have to share with me if you don't want to. If you want to, and we can talk about it on the screen if you have any input or you want more input on it, or how to fix something, you can keep it as, you don't have to be all detail. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared for. Oh, Teeny. Teeny, Teeny is the, she's got like the timer over there. she, I won't say it. I got zip my lip. But she does call me Timeshare Michelle. And she caught me again getting talked into a brownie that I didn't want. I don't know why, Wadey. You're getting a different bowl to begin with. You need a little regulation. I don't know. Spirit just told me that. So we're gonna do this for a minute because I don't argue with Spirit. That was hysterical. She was on the phone with me when I got talked into a brownie that I didn't want, and I bought it instead of my dollar cookie. I spent like $4 on a brownie, and then I laughed because I knew I got it. All right. I want you to take a nice deep breath. Wadey, Shannon. I'm going to call you by your government name. And I want you to let it go. Let the day go. So I went to start your tuning and I went to grab the root bowl and I was told you need this bowl first. This is a regulation bowl. It's tuned for the heart. It's infused with selenite, and it is a very low octave, so it's a good regulation bowl, especially for the heart. So sometimes when people need this first, it just means that Spirit wants them to come down a couple notches to get the benefit of the tuning. Nice cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, Jay. I'm gonna be on for a little bit. We're probably gonna talk if nobody else gets any. We'll talk. I'm gonna do Tina next. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let the day go. Let the stress go. Get in your temple. Everything is great. Nice. That should have brought you down a couple notches. Okay. I don't know if you were maybe a little hyper or a little tense. Something was up. Teeny, I see you in there. I see you, girlfriend. She's messing with me when I'm not paying attention. Okay. We're going to start at the root. This is all about your ancestors. You're physically grounding. Let's see what this does. No, we're not going to do that. Physically grounding. And what blocks it up energetically is usually fear and self-doubt. Very grounded. Very good. Very good on the grounding. We'll give you an A+ for grounding. Next is your sacral. Sacral is connected to your reproductive organs. And it's all about your passions, your goals, your dreams. Things that hold it back are a lot of relationship issues, mostly. Past intimate relationships, not cutting cords with past people that could have been toxic. Mom and kids. So if you don't have kids, it would just be your mom. It's the bond between child and mother. The mother, though, whether it's a, son or daughter, the if there's trauma there or any problems there, it sits in that sacral. Your sacral is your womb of creation. So when you have ideas and you start to follow something that you are curious about or want to get into, that's where the idea goes into the sacral, and it cooks like a bun in an oven, and then it starts to bloom up into the solar plexus. Sacral's good. Your sacral is really good. Nice. The lower chakras are the toughest ones. When you can get them under somewhat of control, that is a feat. Okay, so next is going to be your solar plexus. Solar plexus is over your stomach. It correlates with your stomach, your nervous system, and your gallbladder. If you have any issues in any of those areas, you definitely already have an issue in the solar plexus energy center. What blocks this up? Yeah, there's some suppression in this. So what blocks this up is frustration, resentment, guilt is the main factors. Anger, jealousy does it too. So this is the one we got to work on. It's pretty repressed. It's not blocked. It's not fully blocked, but the wave is flattening as I'm listening to it. So it's like I can hear the suppression in it. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a nice deep breath with me. Ready? In through the nose. Nice deep breath. Fill those lungs up. Then I want you to hold it. That's what we wanted. That's a release. Go ahead and release. When the bowl pops like that, so a lot of times it'll pop, especially when it's suppression. When you have something suppressed down into a chakra, you can hear it in the bowl. It sounds like the waves are supposed to be, up and down, and they're more like this, like very shallow. And you can hear that in the bowl. Okay, let's see if that got rid of it all. You got a little more left in there. We're gonna let this resonate for a minute, and then we're gonna do another nice breath. Try to get whatever else is in there to pop. A lot of times when it's suppression like this, it's old energy. It's not even something that's like really current. It's something that you might have had like some kind of frustration or resentment, and you finally just decided you weren't going to let it bother you anymore. And like we were talking about before, humans like to tuck it down in a pocket instead of getting rid of it. And you carry it. You don't cut cords with it. You end up carrying it. And it causes these suppressions in your chakras. And it's suppressing your sine wave. Okay, so let's take another deep breath in the solar plexus, okay? Nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. Bring that new energy in. Release it. Push it all out. Empty those lungs. Keep pushing. Get all the air and stagnant energy from the bottom of those lungs out. It's okay if you go to gasp. That's what you want to do, is you want to push that air out until you have to gasp to pull your air back in. Then you take a couple cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Get rid of it. Let's see how you sound now. Okay, so Now you can hear a little more wobble in the bowl. What's happening? Your energy, the suppression stopped, and your chakra is starting to spin faster now. So it causes that sped up. This is probably why the other bowl, why Spirit wanted the other bowl first. It was probably worse. You got something going on in your solar. Okay, so it's sped up and it's cleared now. It's just going faster because it's trying to clear, and probably once we hit the crown, you're gonna release a little bit more. So at least it's cleared now. It was probably pretty close to being blocked. That was it didn't sound bad in the beginning, but those pops, those are big pops. If anybody wants a $10 Teeny's on here, I think Teeny or Glow is on here, and they can direct you how to pay. It's Cash App, Venmo. We do have a PayPal link. That you could it's $10. I'll do all your chakras. I scan them all. We'll get rid of I've been getting rid of any kind of blocks in Discord too. And whoever gifts the most, our top gifter, is going to get a free 30-minute free 30-minute session right here on the live. Okay. Shannon, this is for your heart. Your heart sounds pretty healthy. It's pulling the frequency in. It's pulling the frequency in a lot, which is it's hungry. And it's going a little fast, but that could be happening too because of what you just cleared out of your solar. Your energy centers might be trying to just get rid of stuff right now. We're going to come back to this heart. Something's telling me to come back to the heart. There might be something else going on. We're going to go back to that. Hold on. Let's see. There might be something that needs to be cleared. There's a reason why we had to use that selenite bowl in the beginning. So this is your throat chakra. Color is light blue. It's all about your vibration. That sounds perfect. Throat chakra is perfect. There's something, I'll guarantee you there's going to be something else come up. Next is third eye. So this has been the theme of the night. Like a lot of people's third eye tonight is it's like sucking in the energy, and that has a lot to do with the outside world right now. There's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of perceptions about what's going on in the world, so we don't see things clearly, and we tend to kind of be confused and not trust anything. So it's not blocking your third eye, it's not hurting anything. Your third eye sounds healthy. It's when you don't have that clarity that your third eye will just want to suck in the frequency because it's trying to regulate itself to be clear. It's like being in a house of mirrors and you don't know which way to go. That's how the world is right now. There is so much information that contradicts all the information. Like every piece of information is contradicting the information. So this has been a very real thing for the last 6 years. And I noticed it almost immediately after COVID happened with my sessions and when people came in. They were just sucking the third eye bowl dry. We're going to give it a little spike, okay? It's going to get loud for a minute. Okay, Jay, no problem. There you go. resonating with the bowl, which means your third eye is putting out enough to keep the bowl singing. So when you're playing one of these bowls, right? If you're not taking in the if your body is just taking in the resonance, you'll hear it start to fade out, and sometimes it's quicker than other times. And then it gets to a certain point when your third eye, like if this one, your third eye starts resonating, you're literally resonating with the bowl. It's like your body frequency is singing with the bowl, and it keeps it going. You got it, Jay. No problem. I'll be on for a little bit. This is where the problem is. This is why we got to go back to the heart, Shannon. This is where the problem is. I can hear it. So you got a block in your crown. Let me stop that because it's not sounding good. For me, it's like nails on a chalkboard. So I want you to take a nice deep focus on your crown. You can take your dominant hand, whatever your dominant hand is, and put it on the top of your head. Focus in on the color purple, and I want you to take a nice deep breath in, right into like your solar plexus and heart area. Fill those lungs up. Ready? Fill them up and hold it. Bring that new energy in. That's it. This is where you had your problem. Release that out. Push it out. Push it out. Push it out, girlfriend. This is all about letting go. So you had a little issue in your solar. Your heart's got some kind of block going on. We got to go back there. It's beautiful, but you have a lot of suppression in the heart, and then the crown is blocked, which means you're not letting something go. And usually when it's heart related, it's heartbreak, and it could be grief. I'll know better when I get into the bowl. But there was definitely a reason why I had that message to use that selenite bowl. That selenite bowl is a heart bowl, and it's a very low octave, and it's regulating for the heart, and that's why, I don't know, something told me to use it before we even started. Okay, we're gonna do that again, okay? Nice deep breath in. Take a nice deep, fill those lungs up nice and full. Hold it. Keep that new energy. Direct it towards that heart. And release. Yeah, this is where you needed a huge release. That's why the heart bowl wasn't playing right before. Because this is where it's connected. So, and like the heart bowl is a 639 solfeggio, and then the crown is 936. Okay. Listen to how perfect that is now. You did, you cracked it open. Crown is totally cracked open. Nice. All right, we're going to go back to that heart. That was where the problem was. Now the heart bowl's playing. Do you see how that happened? Crazy, isn't it? What I love about sound therapy is it's very tangible. If you listen to the bowls long enough, or you're really aware and paying attention, especially when I'm working on a person and they're aware of their own body and they'll start to hear those things as I'm pointing them out, it's a tangible thing. I can't make the bowl play different. Like, the only thing I would be able to do is like force sound out of it harder. And that's not what we're listening to. We're listening to the resonance here, and you're either going to have faster resonance, slower resonance. You're gonna hear it go flat. You're gonna hear it go sharp. Like you just have to, learning sound therapy has a lot to do with the ear. But if you are into sound therapy, you're gonna get pattern recognition, and that's what happens. And you have to turn on your nervous system and make it very aware, because your nervous system recognizes everything before your brain. Now your heart is perfect. That is perfect. It's going a little bit fast, but it's clearing energy. There was something in your crown that you have not wanted to let go of. So whatever that is, you got to keep it out now. Your crown's open, let it go. Holding on to stuff is poison. You have to remember that. And even when it's grief, and I know sometimes it's hard when you lose somebody, but you have to stay on your spiritual side. You know they're right there. You know you could talk to them. Don't hold that grief all in. Don't put it in a suitcase and put it in your pocket and leave it in your heart, because it's poisoning you. And people would never want you to do that. People that you love would never want you to do that and feel that pain or suffering, and if it's somebody that hurt you, the same thing. Don't hold on to that stuff. Go out in the woods, get your feet on the ground, cry a little bit, go in a nice stream, just go find a waterfall. Waterfalls are amazing. You are all tuned, my friend. But whatever that is you let go in your crown, you got to keep that out. I'm sure you know what it is. I'm not going to bust your chops too much, but but if you have any questions, you let me know. But it was something that was related to the heart that wasn't being let go of the crown. That's why that's why everything happened the way it did. All right. So Tina, you up next? You still here? And then Jay's probably going to go on. Tina, hello. You leaving, Teeny? You leaving? Where are you at? Oh, I see. Now I see weighty pants. Cool. Oh, Bobcat's okay? Awesome. Is Teeny still here, or did she leave? Oh, she liked the live, so maybe she's still here. Tina, you still here? I don't know which. I think you were on. You were on TikTok, the Tickety Talk. I have to get another microphone if we start doing the Facebook, because it probably doesn't sound as good over there. I didn't think about that. I don't have one of the cool microphones on there. You're welcome. Scorpio, yeah, Scorpio. Don't hold on to that stuff, Scorpio. Scorpio is like to hold stuff. Scorpio is like take that stuff to the grave. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know if Tina's still on there. Hanging on to all the things. Yeah, you can't hang on to it. You gotta let them go. You got a great future ahead of you. You did great through your college. Leave the past in the past. You have great things coming. I'm about 5 minutes from home. No problem, Jay. I'm not going anywhere. I wait for you. I don't see Tina on. If Tina's not on, then we're gonna do Jay. She's gonna be home in 5 minutes, and then whoever's the top gifter, I have to figure out how to figure that out. Whoever's got the top gift is gonna get 30 minutes from me. 30 minutes of regulation. We're gonna do some regulation and go through the chakras. If it's somebody that was already done, then we'll work on regulation, and I'll still run through the chakras. But we can do regulation for sure. I could do a little solfeggio forks too. I'll let you guys pick. What fork work is really powerful. We could do forks. If you already got the bowls, I do forks. But if anybody has any questions, so we are live on TikTok, we're live on YouTube and Patreon. I do have it on live on Facebook, but I don't have the special mics set up to that phone. I kind of just did it. I think I'm gonna sign off of the Facebook one because we have special microphones for TikTok and YouTube and Patreon. So we have to get another microphone for the feed for the Facebook. Hi to all the new people. Welcome to the Sound of Stardust. I'm just getting off. Oh, there we go. I was just getting off of. Turn this live into a reel. Nah. Done. I got to get the special microphones for that. But that's one less screen I have to pay attention to. I think there was my friend. I didn't even say bye to her. I think my friend was the last one on there. Okay. Yeah, if anybody has any questions about sound therapy, we are gonna start. If you want to join our Patreon, we moved over to YouTube and we're doing stuff on YouTube. But I love Patreon. I really do. We did a pilot program on Patreon. We have a subscription on there. That is now closed. I'm opening a new subscription group, and obviously the more people end up on the subscriptions, the more I will come on and do live tunings, group tunings, and I'm starting the classes for sound therapy. There's a lot. I've been doing this. I've been working on people for it's been over 10 years now. I had a 5,000 square foot wellness center in West Haven, Connecticut. We opened it up as like a community center to get, I tried to keep things as low cost as I could. I did a lot of charity work for veterans, and addicts. About 4 years ago, my wife and I adopted two boys. One was 6 at the time. He is now 10. He had PTSD, high spectrum autistic, very violent and self-harming. He was at the point of being institutionalized. And my wife and I took him because we had his baby brother right out of the hospital at 7. We got him at 7 days old when they released him. We used to do emergency care for DCF, and we didn't really have the intent to do long-term foster or adoption. But when Charlie came into our house, we fell in love with him, and he was geared for adoption. The parents were homeless. They were moving state to state and had evaded CPS and DCF for a long time. And David was 6 years old by this time, and he was in a really bad way. So we ended up, when we got Charlie, we found out about David, and we took David, and David got sound therapy like every day. His transformation is the most miraculous transformation that I didn't know anything about autistic children, and we ended up with an autistic child that was very, very out of control and didn't understand it. So I had to do a lot of research and a lot of studying, and I was, into sound therapy. I had this great wellness center, and I had all the tools, and we just started, working on him and doing sound therapy. He got orgone. He was in my orgone chamber. We had a one of a kind orgone chamber. I still have it. We just don't have the center anymore. We had a disaster there. So we had the orgone chamber that he spent time in. He got sound therapy every day. We had Reiki masters always coming in and out of the place, and they would give him Reiki. He even got massages. Glow used to give him massages, especially on his head and shoulders where all his tension laid. And I think she used to do his feet or something too, maybe his legs or his feet. But it was all about regulation, and I actually learned so much about sound therapy working on David. Like I learned more than I ever could have if I didn't have him. Um, and David he's thriving right now, and he's the happiest. He is the happiest, most well behaved. He's more well behaved than most normal children. And he has like his PTSD symptoms are next to nothing. He has no more violent outbursts. He has no more thrashing. He does rock when he gets excited. He rocks and he claps. And if he gets nervous, he'll rock or clap. He doesn't really do it. He's not really nervous anymore. He's gotten his confidence, which that was a big thing with his regulation. We're working. The mother had another baby, and so they have a baby sister. We got her December. She was born December 2024. We got her January 2025, and we're going through that now with her with regulation. That Charlie was severely delayed, and he is doing great now and thriving. There's no signs of any autism with him. He's got a little bit of a delayed speech, and that's it. Like he has no other signs of autism. And they expected and anticipated him to be exactly like his brother David. They were all born drug addicted. Madison, which was the last born, had it the worst out of all of them. The boy's father, he had his problems, but he tried to control the mother as much as possible when she was pregnant. So the boys didn't get it as bad. The parents had split up because the father he went to jail for a little while, and when he got out and he realized the mother abandoned the kids, that was the end of that. And the father actually, I am so proud of him. He has totally straightened out, no addictions, got a good job, has been in a relationship now for the last 2.5, 3 years, and has been on the straight and narrow, sees his kids anytime. We let him see his kids anytime he wants. And he actually, when Madison was born and he found out about her, it took him a day to kind of process it, but he acts like Madison's dad too. So he's not the father of Madison, but he feels bad because he knows it's his son's sister, and he doesn't want her to not have a dad. So it was just a great story all the way around. Whoops. I got some more swipe left. Okay, hold on. Something's not working here. There it goes. My phone wouldn't swipe. So I'm gonna be doing sound therapy. Like we're gonna do I'm gonna do a course. Whoa, happy Friday. Is that what that said? That was cool. I gotta put this over here so I could see. I could see these cool things. Happy Friday. Oh, there you go. Well, I'm going to call you Guzzler. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. So we are going to... Oh, thank you, Wadey, for the roses. Finger hearts. Oh, thank you. I have to figure out, is Glow or Teeny still here? Hey, Desley, I see you. So, I want to start doing classes because sound therapy is becoming very trending. But you have to be a little bit careful. You got to be a little bit careful of where you're getting it. I have been getting a lot of messages and remarks on different platforms of people saying that they've gotten sound therapy and it's caused anxiety or it's caused them headaches and discomfort. And you have to understand that all these frequencies do something different. And if you don't know how you're layering the frequencies, there are certain frequencies that do not go together, There are certain frequencies that layer together. There are 6 core master frequencies that actually combine to make a third frequency. Um, there's a lot of magic in the frequencies, and it's the way you use them. Every frequency serves its purpose, but you really have to know what you're doing, because I don't want to be I don't want to be a jerk about it, but people tend to hop on trends and they go to Amazon and they buy a cheap pair of bowls that they have no idea what the hertz is, or even if it says the hertz. If you buy cheap bowls, they're going to be out of tune. They're not going to stay at pitch. They're just going to get out of tune, and when you are listening to them, they're going to cause more problems than they're ever going to help. So, super interested in classes. Oh, look at the bird. Weighty pants. Okay, just follow along. You don't have to get into any group yet. With the go to Patreon. Just make sure you're following my Patreon, because those kind of announcements go up on the free thing, so you'll get the notifications from Patreon. Thank you, Guzzler. I like that little chicken. So, if you go to our Patreon, that we're gonna have different announcements on here too. So what I want to do is I'm creating the course. It's going to start in September. It's going to be a year course. You can move through it faster if you want, but you can't really go too fast, because it's going to be a monthly kind of meet and greet live, and you're going to have classes. There's going to be a workbook. I'm writing the book. I'm doing the workbook. And with every class that you see, so there should be around, I think it comes out to like 42 classes for the year. And every class is going to cover something, and there's going to be a crib notes. So I'm going to do your crib notes for you. There will be a PDF that's attached to it. You can download it so you can watch. I know for me, I love to read and have visual at the same time. So if I have paperwork in front of me and I'm watching it and I can kind of scan what's going on in the crib notes too, I take it in better. So there's going to be these classes, and you can always go back if and you need to brush up on something. There's going to be, basic testing too. We're going to do participation and things like that once a month on there, and you'll be certified at the end. You'll be certified by me. And I want to do it the right way, because I know when we had our wellness center, we had people that were buying certificates. And I think that's the most unethical thing you can do. And like, I would not accept any amount of money to certify somebody unless they knew what the hell they were doing. And part of certification, especially with healing work and sound, like sound therapy, you have to get your ear. You have to start getting an ear, and nobody can teach you that. You have to mess with the bowls. You'll also have access to all of my lives that are subscription lives on all my other platforms. You'll be able to get into all of them, so you can see how they're done. Usually when I do lives, I do a lot of telling people what I'm using, so you can take notes during those lives to use 396 with 639, and and you can end up taking notes. And we do this a lot, so the repetition, you end up having the information stuck in your head. And I'm also going to teach you where to buy bowls, what not to buy, what not to buy. Don't waste your money. And I'm going to work with the company that I've been getting these bowls from. And I'm going to see if he can do these. These should be, these are a good set, but they're not as, those bowls over there are like top of the line. But I'm going to try and get him to do a, professional set for me. That is a quality set that people can have for a decent price. So I'm going to talk to him about doing that. And it's only going to be for the people that do the classes. They'll be special ordered if people want to order them. But I'm doing it's going to be in September. The pre-registration class like is only going to be like, if you pre-register, it's only going to be like $325. You got the whole year, all the classes, the workbooks, everything, the PDFs, the information. If once it opens, if no, the people that don't pre-register, it's probably going to be about $1,200 for the year, which is $100 a month. Just just the sound therapy, to have access to all the sound therapies, is like $20 a month. So so I'm gonna do the whole thing for $325 for a pre-register. So that'll be something. Guzzler. He's gonna end up getting the 30 minutes, right? It's China. Oh, okay. What's up, China? You're gonna win the 30 minutes there. I'm waiting on one person. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. You can do Venmo, Cash App. We can take care of it later. If you tell me when you're ready. I have one more person to tune, and then China, I will give you your 30 minutes. I'm just waiting on Jay to answer. You can take care of it later, Jay. I trust you. I know where you live, girlfriend. uh, we should do. Just waiting on her. Thank you for those gifts. That's so cool. That's so cool. Let's see. We'll do a little. Where's the. So here we all are. Let's see, video. We got TikTok going. That is YouTube and Patreon, and we have everything going here. Peace out. The classes are going to be really cool, and they're going to be very informative. Let me see, did Jay answer? I know. Jay, are you on, honey? Oh, okay. I thought you were there. We used to have another China under a different name. So you must be a different China then. You're Glow's friend. We love Glow. Glow, me and Glow did a massage and sound therapy today. Together on one person. I want to be in that spot. I got to teach somebody letting dogs out, and I'm ready. Okay, you let me know, Jay. We're just over here BSing. But China, stay on, because I'm gonna give you 30 minutes of sound. We're gonna get into those chakras. You won it tonight, girlfriend. You are number one, it says. So I gotta do Jay's. She's letting her doggies out. This is fun. I like doing this. I think we're going to do this every Wednesday. I think this is going to be my Wednesday thing where I'm going to come on, and I'm basically going to come on the YouTube, Patreon. I have YouTube kind of through one stream over here, and it goes to both, and then in TikTok. And I think we're going to do every Wednesday where I'm going to do just kind of a meet and greet. We'll do regulation things. So I want to try to set the Wednesday one, though, for like 8 o'clock, like 8 to 11 or something like that. Good night, Sarah. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I miss you, and I love you, and have a wonderful weekend. I might be popping on over the weekend, too. I might do some sound over the weekend. I'm trying to fit it into my schedule. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Gus. China. I gotta remember that, China. Thank you. Okay, you ready, Jay? Does those hearts mean you're ready? Oh, Marky's hanging in there. Filey's in. What's up, Fi? We're gonna tune Jay. I'm just waiting for confirmation that she is ready. I'm ready. Okay. Oh, that's weird. It says I'm ready on one screen and not the other. Okay. I got you, Jay. All right, so I'm going to do Jay, and then don't go anywhere, China. I'm going to do your energy next, okay? All right. You ready, Jay? I want you to take a nice deep breath. Get comfortable. Take a nice deep breath. Let the day go. Root chakra is really, really tight. It's not blocked, but it's suppressed, and it's really tight. The wave is really flat in that, your sine wave. So instead of having a nice even sine wave, it's like more flat. All right. We're going to take a deep breath, so get ready, okay? Let's go with the bowl. Nice deep breath in. Hold it. Bring that new energy in. Release it. There it goes. That just kicked in. Listen to how now listen to how powerful that is. You can literally, this sine waves just went in. Let's slow it down. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear the difference. It's much calmer. Much calmer. It sounded like it was angry before. So sacral's up next, right below your belly button. The color is orange. Sacral's all about your passions, intimate relationships, dreams. Is the womb of your creation. This is not bad at all. There's a little bit something, which usually is old energy. So we're gonna pop that out too. We're gonna let that old energy go. You ready? Nice deep breath in. Yeah. Hold it. New energy in. Release that old energy. Perfect. That was some old energy that was in there. That was just old energy. That's really good. I'd have to go back into your data file, but I want to say there was a problem there at one time. I was joking on lack of air. I am pretty impressed with your solar plexus. Your solar plexus sounds good. That's a hard one, and that was one of your problem areas, I remember. We're gonna pop this one because I want to. It's moving a little fast, which means it's trying to move energy out. So I want to clear it. I want to clear this. Okay. Why don't you, I know you're having problems taking the deep breaths. Just do some cleansing breaths, okay? So when I start to do the bowl, just do some cleansing breaths like that, okay? And make sure you're bringing new energy in, directed at your solar plexus. Put your dominant hand on your solar plexus. Direct it towards the solar plexus. Let that old energy go. is going so fast. You're moving energy really, really fast right now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna regulate that. Okay. That's the problemo, is the regulation. All right. Focus on your solar plexus, okay? Jay, focus on the solar plexus. Bring this regulation right into that solar plexus. It's like very overactive. I don't know if it's something, I don't know if you have any stomach pain, like an ulcer pain or nausea or something going on with your stomach. It's trying to clear something out. And we want to calm it down. So take nice even breaths. Just let it go. I love this bowl. That's much better. Now let's take a listen. It's much more consistent. It's still going a little fast, but it's much more consistent right now. Before it was chaos. It's not as fast as it was. So it's clearing something, definitely clearing something out. Next, we're going to move up to your heart. Try to focus in on that later. Try to focus in. I know you got some crystals over there, Jay. Find some yellows. Find some yellow crystals. Bumblebee jasper is awesome. Yellow calcite. You should have a yellow calcite bracelet, because you're a bracelet whore like I am. So I know you got some yellow calcite because we had it a few times. Put that right on your stomach. Right over your stomach. Jay, I am so proud of you. Your heart chakra sounds amazing. I am going to take a minute and really tell you how proud I am of your heart chakra. It is beautiful and perfect and nice and powerful. You're resonating right with that bowl. That sounds amazing. That is a very good upgrade from, I know when we did work before. Oh God, Mark, that bowl is, I melt into the chair like I could curl up and fall asleep. We're moving into your throat, Jay. Okay, the throat's a little suppressed. You're doing really good. You're doing really good. Your heart from past, from what I know, and doing your session in the past and working in the group therapy. So your heart is doing really good, and now you have to manifest that out. So that's where your solar plexus is, and that's where your vibration is. You need to put your foot down with some people. You know what I'm talking about. You're getting better at not bringing it in, taking it personal. You're getting much better at that. This is a little suppressed, so we're going to do some breathing again. I want you to do... Ready? That's knocking in. There it is. Nice. Throat. Yeah, so you got throat and solar. And your heart's doing great, which means you're making a lot of progress, and it's not they weren't totally blocked, they're suppressed. So you don't have blocks there, which I believe you had blocks a few months ago. You're doing great. Jay, this has been the strongest third eye I've heard all night. A lot of people had some, it wasn't even, it's just they were like really thirsty for this. The nice strong third eye. That's your clarity. That's your clarity. You're showing, your energy is showing a lot of improvement to where you're healing. Yeah, I can hear it. Big difference. Big difference. Perfect. Perfect. This is your crown. It's open. Very powerful. You're letting stuff go. I am so proud of you, Jay. Yes, it's working. So what you're doing, keep doing it. Your energy is probably like it's so much better. It's like 100 times better than it was a few months ago. And I know you've been through some shit too. You are doing really good. You are further along than you give yourself credit for. You're that's very good. All right. Yes, the new bowl. This is amazing, Mark. New bowl. The I was hoping the other one would be here. The bells would be here. They're probably gonna come on Monday because I don't think UPS comes on Saturday. But you bet your ass, if they come in on Saturday, I'm going to be on them live, showing off those bells. This is amazing. So we're going to... China, are you ready? Are you ready, girlfriend? Let me get into your energy. You let me know when you're ready. Okay. All right. So China, which is Glow's friend. I think everybody in here knows Glow. Who doesn't know Glow? Glow is the best. All right. We're going to regulate a little bit. So I want you to take a nice deep breath, China. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and let the day go. This brings the nervous system to a nice calm. Okay. All right, we're going to get into your root chakra. I'll let that go a little bit back. Okay, so the root is all about your ancestral line. Physically, it's grounding to the earth. Your connection to earth. What blocks it is usually fear. Nice and steady. Your root is really good. You're very very grounded. You are very, very connected to the earth. Very, very grounded. You're literally resonating the bowl. Beautiful root chakra. Let's get into your sacral. So the sacral is all about your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, your passions, your everything that you love. What messes the sacral up a lot of time is on a relationship level, and it's usually past relationship, toxic relationships, sometimes childhood trauma with mom, or if you have your own children, any kind of trauma with the children. So you have some suppression in the sacral. Your sacral is extremely, extremely strong, but your sine wave is flattening out there, which means there's a suppression in there. A lot of times that's old energy. It's an old relationship you have, and you might have even forgot about. You said, I don't like that person anymore, I'm not going to be with them, I'm okay with that, and you finally got past it, but you did not get rid of all the toxicity. It's kind of sits in that, especially in intimate relationships, where that's where it feels like it's from, is from an old intimate relationship that there might have been, a relationship that you really didn't want to let go of, and you finally did, and you were done with it, but there's something there, there's energy still there, and we're not taught to do that. We're not taught to cut ties like that. So we call it cutting cords. If you have selenite, that would be wonderful. Selenite or obsidian, any kind of white stone, really purifying stone. Quartz would work too. If you don't have stones, it's not that big of a deal. It's just they're good to have. But you take your hands, right? And all the queens have to know this, because you're a divine queen, right? And your energy. So you're going to put your hands straight out in front of you, and you're going to bring them in like this. And if you don't have any stones in your hand, it's okay. So I want you to imagine that you have knives in your hand, okay? I'm going to play the bowl. You're going to put your hands across your chest like that. It's strong. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in. You're going to bring in new energy, and you're going to purify that sacral. Sacral is orange, so it's an orange chakra right below the belly button. Take a nice deep breath in, bring that nice new energy in. You hold it for a minute, and then you're going to release, and you're going to bring your arms down across your stomach, which is your solar plexus, and your sacral, the belly button. Bring them down really fast and cut those cords. That's what your intention is going to be. Okay, I'm going to play this bowl. I want you to do that 3 times in a row. So you that time doesn't count because we were showing you how to do it. So I want you to do that 3 times in a row while I play this bowl. Okay, and you want to cut those cords and let go of that old nasty ass energy. Get rid of it. Okay, go ahead. Nice deep breath in. Bring those arms down, cut those cords, picture those knives in your hand. Okay. Do it again, nice deep breath in. You have such beautiful, strong sacral energy, like queen energy. Get rid of that toxic stuff. Bring those knives down. And then we want to do it one more time, okay? You're getting louder, girlfriend. Cut those cords. perfect. I don't know if you can hear the difference in the bowl, but it's more rich now. It's deep and rich right now. It's very like, to me it feels full. Like the harmonics coming off the bowl feel very full. They don't sound flattened or flat. Yeah. Do you have any indigenous in you, like Native American, or like people are from all over, so there could be different, indigenous people from other parts of the world. Yes. Oh, no, wait. That wasn't to that, I don't think. Yes, I do. Okay. There's a wobble. There is a sound in my bowls that is, I'm telling you, only indigenous people have. There's a certain wobble. There's one for indigenous. African American people have it deep too, but the ones that are come from like real indigenous lines, like deeply rooted lines, like Native American, there is just a sound in the bowl I can't explain, and it's come up like it's come up enough times. Like, I've worked over 1,200 people. It's come up enough times where I've asked now, and I know it every time. Like when I hear it, it's crazy, cray cray. So we're going into the solar plexus now. That's over the stomach. It's connected to your stomach and your nervous system and your gallbladder. So what blocks this? This is one of the worst ones that everybody gets it, that a lot of people have problems with. Because what blocks it is everyday stuff. It's agitation, frustration, resentment, guilt. So people go through that all the time, especially at work and family, crazy relationships sometimes, crazy friendships sometimes. So those things tend to block this chakra up. You do not have a block. I'm pretty impressed because tonight there was a couple of people with really good solar. Like, usually solar is always something. We're gonna make sure. Well, no blocks in there. It could be a little bit stronger, but we're gonna tune it for a minute or two. Focus in on that. Take nice cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Yeah, it needs a little frequency, but it's not blocked. Just hungry. Needs a little tune up. Slow down. Come on. Yeah, slow it down, slow it down. We're going to regulate this chakra a little bit. It's going a little fast. It's trying to move some energy. It might just be trying to move that energy out of that sacral that just popped. So let's do a little regulation. Which one? I went to reach for this one, so I'm gonna go with my gut. Gonna go with where spirit pulled me. This is a selenite infused bowl, and it is at 432 hertz. F note for the heart. But it is a regulation bowl. And this regulates the solar plexus and the heart so well. So I want you can hear that wobble. It's almost like, picture that as like a heartbeat. And so when you hear that wobble, that's your sine wave, and it's the hump coming up, and then it goes down. Hump come up, then it goes down. And that's like a heartbeat that's regulating your nervous system. Your nervous system's a little overactive right now. It's going a little fast. You want to take it, let the day go, let some stress go. It's like a little bit of fight or flight energy. Maybe something's uncertain. There you go. There you go. Just focus on that sound and bring that sound in. Breathe. Let everything go. You have to learn to get present. And you got to leave the outside world outside sometimes. At least for a little while. Much more powerful. Good. And it's definitely, you can hear that sine wave, that wobble. Okay, you can hear it starting to slow down. It's not as fast. That's what you want. That's it. That's where we want to be. All right, then, where were we? We were in the solar, right? We're going to go back to the solar and make sure that calmed down a little bit. Okay, I want you to put your dominant hand on your stomach. Whatever your dominant hand, whatever the hand you write with, put it on your stomach. Going into base, it just needs a little more frequency. Nice. It's going a little bit, it's a little hyperactive, but that's okay. It's moving some kind of energy out. It's moving some old energy out, and it's okay to be a little hyper. So what you want to do, like maybe in the shower every morning for like the next week, put your dominant hand on your solar plexus right over your stomach and just focus on the color yellow. Take a nice deep breath and picture yourself bringing in new energy. And you hold in that new energy for a minute, and then you breathe out the old energy, and you focused in on that solar plexus, and that'll calm that down. There's something in there that's a little fight or flight that's going on with you, and it could be something even that's from the past that you just needs to get out of there. It feels like there's something with the sacral like that. Usually it's something to do with a relationship, and there was some kind of toxic thing going on that you could have got out of, or you got out of it. It could even be a little older, and this is just stuck energy in there. So this is your heart. Nice, strong heart, beautiful heart. Beautiful heart. Your heart energy is expanded. You have beautiful heart energy. Beautiful heart energy. You want to definitely keep that. And that's good. When you have good, strong heart energy, that means you have like a good perception of yourself. Like, and that's what you want. You have to understand, you're divine. You're a queen. You're divine. And you always, the biggest thing with humans is they like to go to an extreme one way or the other. So as divine and beautiful and powerful as we are, and we're queens and kings, you have to put out what you want back. So like my dad always told me, it was one of the best things my dad always told me. I taught my daughter, and he told me when I was like 11 years old, and we were in the middle of a conversation, and he told me, he said, "Let me tell you something. You are no better than anybody else, and nobody is better than you. And that's the way you go through life." And I never forgot this conversation we had. And it was concerning a homeless person. And my mother was scared of everything. When it came to, like, I ran away. I was on the streets at 13 and 14 years old. But my father helped everybody. And he told me that. And that's the biggest thing about being that queen, is being righteous at the same time, and being honorable to people and honoring everybody's journey. And so we have to remember that. We have to honor ourselves and honor each other. You have really good throat. You got some power, girl. You got some power behind your energy. You get rid of that stuff, that little bit in the lower chakras. Like it's not anything like crazy. It's something. It's just some old stuff. That's what it feels like to me. Hey Deb, thank you for the likes. Yeah, that's perfect. I don't even have to really do too much with your throat there. We're going to move up into the third eye. You have a really a very stable third eye. You probably have very good intuition. Really, really good intuition. Your third eye is like super, super stable. We're gonna go up into the crown. There's some suppression in the crown. So it does make sense, because you had a little something going on in sacral and in solar, and it felt like it was older, or it was something passing out. You're either going out of something, or you're already done with it. And whatever was left, whatever toxic crap was left there from whatever situation or relationship, that's what's coming out right now in your crown. So your crown has to be open. You want that 144,000 petals of the lotus open. And it suppresses it because this stuff you weren't letting go of. And it could always even be stuff that you said, hey, I'm done. It's the point that you didn't clean it out. You didn't cut the cords with it, and you didn't clean it out energetically. You can tell your brain to forget about it, but your body doesn't forget, your cell memory doesn't forget, and your energy doesn't forget. So you always want to make, when you end things with, especially with toxic, I got a hair go drive me crazy, especially with toxic people, you want to cut those cords. You want to get your feet on the ground and you want to purify that energy. I mean, you have really super strong root chakra. And your sacral is super strong too, but there was just something in there that just needed to get out. Okay, we're gonna take a nice deep breath. We're gonna clear out this crown. We're gonna get your crown straightened out, girlfriend. You ready? I want you to take a nice deep breath with me as I play the bowl. Deep breath in, fill up those lungs. See that sound? That's what we wanted to hear. Hold that new energy in. Nice. And then you release. Very, very strong energy. The harmonics in the bowl are very, very powerful right now. You just gotta let that stuff go. Good. There it is. Say bye. Take a nice deep breath. Take a nice deep breath and then let it out. You just moved something big in your energy. You just moved it. Oof. Listen to that power in that bowl. I barely even touched it. That's some crazy sound. Beautiful. We're gonna hit a little bit of this bowl again, this regulation bowl, just to kind of seal it off there. I just want to make sure I don't hear what I heard before. Sorry, that was my bad. See, now this bowl is much, much more calmer. Your nervous system, whatever that was in there, was affecting your nervous system. And it was affecting your crown. That's why your crown was blocked. Nervous system is totally on cue now. Wow. How do you feel, China? Do you feel like you released something? That's nice. Your nervous system definitely slowed down. Nice. I am so happy. You had something stuck in there. You had something that was stuck in that sacral solar area. You might know what it is, but just keep you, like I said, take for the next week or 2 weeks, put your hand, go in the shower, put your hand on that solar plexus and think about the color yellow and just make sure you're releasing that. Yeah. Yeah, there's something that you were holding on to. And it could be something that was just subconscious that you forgot about and you just never cut the cords and got rid of that energy. So thank you so much for the gifts tonight. You were the #1 gifter. So you got the more detailed tuning. We should be doing this like every Wednesday night. We're gonna be on. I'm gonna do regulation. We're gonna do these, and I'll do regulation. We'll do talking, and when people want to do quick tunes, I'll do them. But yeah, this is just anytime you want to come back and chill. I think we're gonna start doing these on Wednesday nights. I'm gonna aim for Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're trying to get a schedule together now. Yeah, the chills. That's chills is very good. When you get chills, when you get like Reiki or sound therapy, any kind of energy work, when you get chills, it's they call it like angel's touch or God's touch, which means you got some kind of healing. Something came around you. Your ancestors could have came around you, angels, God. It depends on your belief systems. Thank you. I appreciate you too. Yeah. So Wednesday nights we're definitely planning on Wednesday. I would like to do more nights, but we're trying to get at least one night consistent right now that we're gonna be on every Wednesday night. We got to get the consistency down. We sold crystals on our other thing, magical herbs, Stardust magical herbs. We sold crystals on there for the last like almost 5 years, and we had consistent nights. And now we're switching into sound therapy. This is like my passion. This is what I want to do. Um, I love doing crystals, and we're still gonna go shopping. Like the girls over on the crystal page, we go to like our distributors or gem shows, and we all go shopping together. And I pick up all the whatever they want. bunch of bunch of girls shopping. All right. Is there anybody else? Anybody else want to tune up? Anybody else want to tune up? Marky Mark, do you want to tune up? You still awake there, Mr. Mark? I'll do one more. I think we did quite a few tonight. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad. 7 of them tonight. See if Mark's still on there. Oh, you are. There you are. I love me some black onyx. I love black onyx too. Black onyx, tourmaline, black tourmaline, and black obsidian. Those are like my favorite grounding protection stones. Use that if you have any black onyx. Use that black onyx to cut those cords. Get rid of that stuff. Marky, I'm gonna give you a little tune. Let's see how your chakras are doing down there in North Carolina, because you left me. You ditched me. I have nobody to pick on anymore. Nobody to pick on no more. All right, I want you to take a nice deep breath and let go of the day. Nice regulation. I got a new bowl and a new striker that I do love. Gotta get a little used to it though. I miss you too. Your root's a little suppressed. You gotta get your feet out on the ground tomorrow. You're lucky. You're down there in the warm weather. We still got cold up here. Not anything big. It's not a block or anything. You just need to get your feet on the ground. You're pretty grounded. There's just a little bit of suppression there. Sounds good. Very good, very good. Sacral. Good job, Marky Mark. Let's check your solar. Yeah, that's your Virgo. Where's Blondie? Another Virgo on with a solar plexus issue. Go figure. All right, I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath. Fill up those lungs, Mark. Hold it, and then release. Good. That cleared it. And check it one more time. Yeah. Good. Good, good. Whoa. Hit my rings. I gotta get my arm working right. Or I have to get a big lazy Susan. Oh, the heart bowl says you miss me, Mark. No, your heart sounds good. Sounds good. Just doing other things on my phone. Oh, Blondie. Great. Oh, I forgot to put mine on. All right, Marky, we're going to go up into the throat. Excuse me. Your throat sounds good. You vibing. You can't tell. Oh. All right, third eye, Marky. Your chakras are pretty good. That solar plexus, that darn solar plexus of yours. Your root was a little off in solar. Had to block. Yeah, your third eye is good. This is my new. Nice. Nice, nice. Oh. And the crown. Wow, Mark. You might have got the crown of the night. You're definitely dancing with dancing with that. Crown is really strong. Have you been letting go of some stuff? Well, it kind of makes sense. You just moved. That's a big let go. That's a big letting go. It is. It's like a waterfall broke loose out of your crown. Nice. Mark, you're doing pretty good. What'd you have? You had a little bit in the root and your solar. Not bad at all. What's up, Lorena? So we're gonna start coming on. I'm gonna solidify it and get consistent with sound therapy. We're gonna be going live on here every Wednesday night. It's tentatively set for 8 o'clock. I wanted to do 8 o'clock. If I can even get it backed up to 7. We're trying to make a schedule so Tina doesn't get stuck with all the nightly chores every night, and because we got Wednesday night, and then Thursday night is the crystals. So I want to do so Monday is Patreon, and then we have this on Wednesday, and then the crystals on the Stardust Magic Herbs. Well, I decided I'm no longer going to. Ah, there you go. Yeah, that would make sense of the solar plexus being off like that. Nice. But but we're gonna be I'm gonna start putting up stuff because we're gonna get consistent with the lives on Wednesday night here. We gotta confirm it that it's gonna be 8 o'clock, and it'll probably be like 8 to 11 every Wednesday. And I'll come on, and we're just gonna I'll do regulation for people. If people want tunings, the $10 tunings, I'll do them. But it's just gonna be a sound therapy hangout. And then we have Patreon. If you are on Patreon every Monday night, if you're not subscribed there, I'm gonna open a new subscription because you can't subscribe anymore to the sound therapy. The VIP one has been closed off. So we have a new one coming out, and then there's going to be classes coming if anybody's interested in sound therapy classes. We're going to do 1 year. It's going to be starting in September. Pre-registration is going to give you like 70% off at pre-registration. So the course is going to be like a $1,200 course. It's 1 year. You get so much with it. It's not even funny, and you will be as good as me by the end of the year. And you're getting a lot of benefits that we can offer, and and you're definitely getting information and knowledge and education. But we're gonna do it. Pre-registration is only gonna be $325. So you'll get a year of sound therapy, a year of you'll have access to my other sound therapies that I have subscriptions on. You'll get that access. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I have to write up what the class is and what you're actually getting. And I've been doing a lot of research on what other places offer, and like what they like to do is they give you a basic sound thing for like $200. But then you do that, and then they'll say, well, we'll give you the next, like they don't really teach you that much. They teach you stuff that you go learn in a book. And then the next step up, they're giving you more information, and they want $300 for that course. And then they break it into all these different courses. And by the time you get done paying for them all, you end up paying like $2,000 for it. So we're going to make it affordable, and we're going to make everybody that is a Stardust certified sound therapist is going to be like the quality, how I am with my crystals. That's how I want to certify the people that do it. I love you too, Mark. I love you too. Ah. All right. Well, I'm going to get off here tonight. It's midnight. It's time for me to go home. Nap time. My daughter, we're setting up for the baby to get sound therapy a few times a week. We got the clearance from the doctor. Her ears were checked, and everything's developed enough for her to start getting sound therapy. And she, my wife brought the baby over there, and the doctor said, your wife's a sound therapist. Why isn't she working on her nervous system? And Tina said, well, we had to make sure that everything was developed properly, because she was born very premature, and you can't work on babies with certain instruments. You have to wait until they're like we have used, which they did help. The forks did help, but we use low hum forks, and I use humming practices and very low hum bowls, but away from her. You got to be very careful, with babies. And these are the kind of things that we're going to teach in our course, so people aren't making very bad mistakes. Because I've been really surfing around and watching people's sound therapy, and I can see, unfortunately, it's a trending thing, and now anybody that buys a set is just going to go on to do sound therapy, and it's not like, if you don't know what you're doing, you can really do the opposite of what you're trying to do. Just because you can strike a bowl and play it doesn't mean that you're helping somebody. So we're gonna go through all that stuff, and we're gonna, like I said, we'll be on every Wednesday night now. The goal is 8 o'clock Eastern, so that is the tentative time. I would like to back it up to 7, but I think because the West Coast people, I think we're gonna keep it at 8, where it's 8 to 11. That's fair, and then people over in California can see it and stuff like that. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna try and schedule something on a weekend, maybe. We're trying to feel things out to see where we can help the most people. Well, peace out to you too. Expecting a call or. You're expecting a call. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for the gifts, the taps, the roses, the hearts. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I have a lot of fun, and I'm like so looking forward to this new journey with the Sound of Stardust, and building up more of a community with sound. I love you guys. I love everybody on YouTube and Patreon, and we'll be back. I'm probably gonna. I have something planned for doing over the weekend too. I'm trying to figure out my weekend because I know my friend Deb is doing something, and I want to check her stuff out. At least do one thing with her because I love her and Jules. And I have appointments this weekend, so I have to get some kind of schedule together tomorrow morning of how my weekend's gonna go, and I will put a post up. And I like doing a TikTok and a YouTube at the same time and Patreon at the same time because I get to hang out with everybody. You guys have a wonderful night. I love you. I love you. And I will see you soon.